All right, we're back. We're back. We're out of jail for a second.
Yeah,
We
we
got out of
are
jail.
slowly learning to not mess with the YouTube copyright system. So sorry about that, YouTube.
We've
We
been
we're
we've
not, we're
been
not really
drawing
sorry.
that line for a long time. So now we're they finally smacked us a little bit. They threw us out of the bar and walked back inside. And we've been standing outside now.
Yeah, so we're just gonna continue doing what we were doing, except it's gonna be with the
Without the movie. So if
yeah,
you want to
well,
watch,
we're just gonna play certain clips because I think what it was, we went into like the free movie on the YouTube, and then they were like, "Oh, well, you can't do that," and then they were like, "No," so we're just gonna play only like the clips part that you guys for you
Yeah.
guys. So where were we, Mike?
yeah, so we had just finished that one clip in the beginning of the movie, but now we're gonna go into this clip right here, which I'll bring up right now. The My Name is Dalton clip, and we'll go into it. So let's watch it.
737 coming out of the sky. Won't you take me down to Memphis on a midnight ride? I'm on a blue time of the man. Yeah, when I'm flying for the man, flying in a hand, time of the man.
This is a Sears credit card. Beverly, Agnes. It's okay, Bear. They're friends, man. Hey, but Dalton said, okay. Trust me, right? Like,
Bro.
Just be careful now.
let it on, let it. Let it.
So we'll say we were talking about before. Dalton has a very powerful. You guys could watch part one that was interrupted before, but we're continuing from that. But basically, Dalton has a very high emotional self control that he has about him, and it makes him able to withstand a lot of shit. And he's able to only, use his strength and his skill when absolutely necessary, which is he's very smart when it comes to like combat sports and all that kind of stuff. So he's at the bar. Let's fast forward to when like the action starts, so YouTube doesn't destroy us again. Woman dancing on the table. He doesn't like that. He tells the other guy, "We're gonna get this girl up." He's like, "Okay, cool."
Oh, darling. Woo! Hey, pal, do me a favor. Get her down off there. What do you say? I say let her dance. Woo! 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 Come on, baby. Woo! Hey, look, pal, we don't want you.
Hits him right in the face.
Come on, motherfucker, back.
There it is. Expect the unexpected. That's
Right?
from part one.
Didn't think he was gonna pull out a knife. Here he is.
Escort this gentleman to the door.
Yeah.
Do you see that shit?
What do you do right there? So what do you do? So he waited until the last possible moment. So the dude pulled out a knife, and he was all right up until then. But once that happened, he was like, "All right, we got to get rid of this guy." So that's when he used his brute strength and force. So he used his skills to, knock him pretty good.
Yeah, he
and then he was
disarmed
like,
him
yeah.
and then bashed his head into the table, breaking the table, and then had the mech escort him out.
Now, that's another important point. As a man, you need to know how to defend yourself. Whether it be taking like Mike went to karate for a certain amount of years. Like, so,
Yeah, I did martial arts for 13 years, 15 years. I think 13 to 15 years I had done martial arts.
yeah,
And doing a martial art, any type, it doesn't matter which one. I feel like any specific martial art, as long as you do it and you're and you actually follow through on doing it, I feel like it's very beneficial and also very necessary, especially for men. Women also for the self defense purposes, but for men, I feel like for every aspect, not just self defense, but for conditioning and for discipline, self control, all that type of stuff. I feel like it's very beneficial. But yeah, the Dalton knew exactly what he needed to do. He was waiting, and he knew exactly what he was going to do because he knew that he had a feeling this person probably had a knife on him. He was already expecting the unexpected. And once the knife came out that he saw, he was like, okay, I have to disarm this guy. I have to incapacitate him in some way, and the other guys can take care of the rest. And so when the knife came out, he came over, did exactly what he knew he had to do, and now he's just going on.
yeah. So that basically summarizes that clip. So there's another clip we want to share with you guys. It's about being aware of your surroundings. So it's very important. So as Mike pulls it up, I'll talk about it. So as a man, you need to always be aware of your surroundings and what's going on around you. That way, if the unexpected does happen, you can act accordingly to the situation. As I was explaining in part one. By the way, we just did part one it got taken down. I'll tell you guys again, got taken down because copyright stuff. But you can check it out. It's like the video right before this, the live stream right before this. We'll talk about part one about Roadhouse and all that kind of stuff for guys who are watching on playback. And we're gonna look at this one scene where Dalton used his knowledge of his surroundings and his observing skills to notice something to prepare himself for a fight.
Was
I'm
it
gonna
this
pull
one?
up for you guys. No, not that one. Keep going down a little bit.
Wasn't this one? There's just so many bar fights in this fucking
In
movie.
this one movie, guys. By the way, make sure you guys hit the like button on the video while Mike is searching for the clip.
Yeah, since YouTube decided to take us down, I have now lost all the things for this stream. So now I have to do it manually. Ah, okay. I have found it. I just hope it
Ads love to hate.
ads be hating. Ads really be hating. What is it screening? Oh, is it screening? Oh, perfect. Awesome. Cool. We like to see that. But now I have to get rid of this ad. So,
Gotta love ads, guys. Gets in the way of everything.
yep. But yeah, so like we're saying, this clip is about understanding and being aware of all of your surroundings, no matter where you are. And let's go into it right now because I have the clip up. Let's bring the bad boy up. Here we go.
Right boot.
Boom, right there.
So let's for context. So the guy, a couple guys are coming in because they're mad that Dalton fired one of the guys who was taking money from the till, and he's the nephew of the uncle who runs the town pretty much unofficially, and so he sent his goons to cause some trouble, and Dalton sees them come in, and he automatically noticed that one of them on their left or right shoe, they're having one of those knives on the shoe kind of thing, and he noticed it right away. So because of his excellent observing skills and his awareness of his surroundings, he was able to pick that up automatically. Now he's prepared for the fight.
Yeah,
if they try to
and
come at him.
not only just him, but also one of his bouncer guys that he has next to him. Because right then and there, he said, "Right boot." It showed the clip of the boot with the thing glistening, the knife, the blade glistening on the boot. And this guy says, "Got it." So now both of them are going to go up, knowing very well that there is a blade on that person's boot. They're going to pretty much walk up with the boot, like pretty much close to them, very close to them. But they are now aware that it's there, so they'll know to protect themselves from that.
Sorry, we're closed. Well, then what are all these people doing here? Drinking and having a good time. Well, that's why we're here. Yeah. You're too stupid to have a good time.
Yeah, so he noticed the surrounding, and he knew he was going to attack with the knife, right? And he did, as expected, and twisted his foot and was able to prepare for the fight and kick his ass, right?
Yeah, and they have to fight these guys in the bar, even though that's something that he does not want to happen. He doesn't want them to be fighting in the bar, but is absolutely necessary, especially since that main guy had a blade on his boot. They had to make sure that they can incapacitate all of them to escort them all out. And so now Dalton is now fighting that one main guy, and all three of them are fighting the other guys. And that's pretty much how that's going to go. Being aware of your surroundings, especially the other two guys that weren't even part of the initial, that weren't even with Dalton. They saw what was happening. They saw those four guys coming in. They saw Dalton and what's his face coming up. So they had to be like, oh, okay, this is that we need to back them up. There's four of them, two of us. Now we can make it four. They didn't even know about the blade, and luckily that one guy only wanted to go for Dalton, and so none of the other two needed to know about the blade on the boot because they weren't even aware of that. But even in that sense, because of this is a movie, and so the fiction the part of the fiction was it's supposed to pretty much only go for Dalton, but in real life, it could be very unexpected, and that blade could have just went to the other guys because they would have known, the other people would have known that they didn't even see them come in. So it could have killed, like it possibly could have killed one of them. But at the same time, because of this is fiction, of course, Dalton was very much aware. These guys were definitely not aware, but luckily it just went to Dalton. And so Dalton was able to completely take care of that situation on his own. But if we want to see more of the fight, look at him dragging this guy.
You have to be more attentive. The manager is just looking at him like, oh, hell yeah.
Don't you just love unadulterated violence?
I love it. You guys need to be, unfortunately, we live in a world where you need to expect to be violent sometimes because there are wacko people in this world and they will come for you, in unexpected ways. You never know when things are going to go down and you need to be prepared for anything. So it's kind of important to always, that's why you learn how to fight. You got to learn how to defend yourself. Always be prepared. You never know what's going to happen. Right. So that's a life lesson. So let's look at how Dalton handles the ladies. So let's look at that.
Yeah. So let me go and bring up.
My dad.
Let me go bring up.
Let's
another
see.
clip.
Let's see what kind of game Dalton has
Yeah.
with the nurse. Right. So the context of the movie is that Dalton got stabbed in one of the fights at the bar. Right. So he has to go seek medical attention immediately. So he went to the hospital, and this woman is treating him. Right. So
Yes, and so now we shall bring it up.
this is the start of the romance in the movie.
Oh yeah, we like to see those.
Well, Mr. Dalton, you may add 9 staples to your dossier of 31 broken bones, 2 bullet wounds, 9 puncture wounds, and 4 stainless steel screws. That's an estimate, of course. I'll give you a local.
No, thank you.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.
Most of my patients would disagree.
So let's talk about this. So basically, he's not complaining like a little bitch, right? He's telling her, yeah, shit happens. I get hurt, which is true. It's, he doesn't look like it hurting that much. So a lot of guys, they complain to their girls too much, and I think girls like that to a certain extent. You don't want to complain too much to a girl because they don't really give a crap. A lot of girls are just self-focused, and that's all right. Let them, perform their healing duties. A woman can heal a man in many different ways. A lot of guys don't know that, but they do. So, by not complaining, he's kind of setting the tone. Like he's just chilling, like he's just on his vibe. And she kind of reciprocates to him. She kind of takes a liking to him. I bet if he started complaining, like, yeah, it hurts, I'm not feeling too good, she would be like, oh, but then she would like the attraction would not have been as strong, and she would not have been as into him. So the fact that he's not complaining about the injury, he's just kind of accepting that it happened. He's being cool with it. He's making peace with what happened, and he's using his wit and his charm to have fun with it. That tells you a lot. So yeah, don't complain to girls a lot.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay.
Side note: he's not obese like
You
most
always
guys are,
carry
so
your
it's
medical
a
records
plus.
around with you?
Saves time.
File says you've got a degree from NYU. What in?
Philosophy.
Any particular discipline?
No, not really. Man's search for faith. That sort of.
So when he's talking about it, he's not going too deep into it. He's just like, yeah, I studied this. It's all good. He doesn't go too much in depth. Like a lot of guys, they just talk way too much about themselves, and it doesn't really turn on a girl. It's just like, oh yeah. A lot when you're talking to a girl, you just gotta let them talk. Let them feel it out, and then just make little quippy jokes here and there, and just have a little bit of fun with it. Right?
Yeah.
You don't want to go too overboard.
Yeah.
So he's not, he's just having fun with it, being playful. She's asking him questions. She's interested. And he's just like, So anything to add?
Yeah, no, I feel like what we were saying is like men should not reveal too much. Don't over reveal. You can don't be completely blocked off. So you could tell them certain things, but keep it very brief, because if you talk too much, you're gonna overdo it, and the girl will not be, she will not respond well. Anyway, we have another comment here. I've had staples 2 times. They hurt no matter what. Yeah, I've actually never, knock on wood, I've never had to have staples in my body ever or on my body ever. So, and hope that continues because I definitely don't want to deal with that. Anyway,
Come up with any answers?
Not too many.
How's a guy like you end up a bouncer?
Just lucky, I guess.
See, once again, like she asked him like, "Oh, how'd you end up in your field of work?" And once again, he doesn't go like, "Oh my god, well I started here, and then one day I just decided to become this, and then I kind of like it, but it's all right." And he just starts going talk like crazy instead of doing all that, and he kind of just answers with a one word, kind of like funny little quip. It's like, "Oh, I just got lucky with it," and it builds intrigue, right? She's interested. She wants to know, like a little bit about him, and she is curious. What does that say?
this MX says, does the eye contact make it awkward?
Well, you got to make the eye contact not awkward by just
Yeah.
kind of keeping it cool. I think that's
Yeah.
what worked for me. I mean, whenever I get like eye contact with a girl, no matter like what the context is, I usually just keep it like fun and playful. Like I'll do like little like I'll just have fun with it. Basically, I believe that things only get awkward if you make it awkward. But if you're feeling yourself and you're in a good mood and like you're on your shit and you're giving it good vibes and like you're talking with any girl, especially the ones that you find attractive, like it's good. It's gonna be natural and organic. You're not forcing eye contact. It should just be natural. Like you're in really good conversation and you're just kind of like getting to know each other a little bit, and you make your jokes here and there, and it's like a good conversation, having fun with it. So I think that's really what it is. It's about being natural and having in the moment chemistry. It makes all the difference because like if you try to force things to be a certain way, it's not really going to be as you expect. And a lot of girls are very socially smart, so they can tell if you're putting on an actress to try to win her over or something. It's all about just being natural. And when you have natural eye contact and it's just fun, and that's really the most beautiful moments, and it works out organically, and it's just really it's really good.
Yeah, just never try to make things awkward. Just try to, if something is starting to feel awkward for you, just
because
I honestly just try to either flip it, do something different, or you have to just you're gonna, as a man, you're gonna have to body through it.
Because chances are, if you think it's awkward, then you're gonna give off that energy that makes her think it's awkward, and then you're both gonna be awkward. But like usually, whenever I'm interacting with a girl, I'm just being myself and I'm just doing whatever. So she automatically knows that it's all real, and she'll be giggling and all that stuff. And or you can make eye contact like really sexy, like you really get into it. You're looking at each other like, "Oh, come here, I know you want to kiss me right now. Did you have fun with it?" Like
Actually, that's funny. I have a coworker who said that he said this to many women. He said, "You shouldn't try to make eye contact with me because once you do, you'll fall in love with me." And we can't have that.
I can confirm. Once I start looking at girls, they look at me back. I was like, oh, you want to go in my car?
Yeah.
You want to go and come back into the house? All right, cool.
Anyway, let's continue this.
Nice work. Good clean stitches.
Thank you.
Do you ever win a fight?
Nobody ever wins a fight.
Real shit.
Bars.
So you could tell there's a natural. I mean, I think so. It could be like a real natural. It's just the movie, I know, but it could be like a real. So yeah, that's basically from that scene. He handles it pretty well. He just kind of has fun with it, just like we were talking about before, right? So what's the next clip?
I don't know. I don't remember. Thank you, YouTube, for ruining.
We were really
really doing well on this, and then they just completely said, "Nah, screw you guys."
Yeah, no, we were on a roll.
Let's go to the that. What was it? I don't remember what it was called. If I could find what I'm looking for, I'd be able to say it.
Well, while Mike does that, I'll put that it's very important that you guys that we're able to know and like our own principles. Like knowing who you are is so important because it really allows you to navigate the world in a way that you see fit. It's like in a way that you're not afraid to be who you are, and others can sense that, and then people will know it's you're being genuine, and then it attracts the right people to you, and it will deter the people that automatically don't like you anyway. That's why being real and knowing who you are is so important. That way you give out that energy into the world that demonstrates this is who you are and this is what I'm about. And if you don't like it, cool, you got to go away, which is good because you don't want to deal with the people that are not trying to deal with you, right? You're trying to deal with the people who are trying to be in your life and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's go into the clip where he tries to bribe, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to find that one right now. And this is not fully it, and it's gonna look really shitty, so I don't want to use that.
Try typing in Roadhouse bribe.
Doing it live.
But yeah, guys, we're doing this live for you guys. This is what we do. This is the struggles of being on YouTube. Highlights.
I like how I put in what it tells me, and it just doesn't give me exactly what I want.
Gotta love the internet.
The fucking internet. No one likes the internet. Nobody. Not even me. Not even you.
Wade Garrett.
Who the hell is that?
It's one of the guys in the movie.
Uh,
You have not seen it in very long, have you?
it's been since we watched it at my house that one time. I think. That
Well,
was
I'll
like 3
explain the
years ago.
context for. So in the movie, at one point, Brad Wesley is like the bad guy of the movie. He unofficially controls the town, and he is pissing everybody off. And if he doesn't get his way, he sends his goons after them and everything, and he strikes fear into the town. And he sees that Dalton's creating problems for him and his squad at the bar because he fired his nephew. So he tries to invite Dalton over, and he tries to basically bribe him, saying, how much money would it take for you to come work for me? And Dalton was like, no amount of money would ever get you to work for me.
What was his name, Brad?
Yeah, Brad Wesley. Brad Wesley. Movie's so iconic, guys. You could easily that's why I encourage everyone to watch this movie on their own time. It's not free on YouTube, so you can really see what we're talking about. Yeah, yes.
Well, I feel like this is only
Backdoor problem?
ads.
I hate ads, guys.
Okay. This might be it. So we'll pull it up. We'll pull it up. Oh, and I forgot I had.
That's what
No, thank you. Now suit yourself. Will you shut that shit off?
he's a fun guy.
Real movie quality right here.
I can't listen to that crap. It's got no heart.
So he invites him in. He's trying to be cool with him.
My grandfather. Looks like an important man. He was an asshole.
Same.
But you're a smart boy, aren't you, Dalton? You're just not too realistic. Christ, I'm just like you. I came up the hard way on the streets of Chicago. You know, when I came to this town after Korea, there was nothing. I brought the ball here. I got the 7-Eleven. I got the photomat here. Christ, J.C. Penney is coming here because of me. You ask anybody, they'll tell you.
Let's fast forward a little bit.
You've got and I'm going to get richer.
Yes, he was a dickhead, right?
Yeah.
I believe we all have a purpose on this earth, a destiny. I have a faith in that destiny. It tells me to gather unto me what is mine. Oh, Christ, you get paid for beating people up. Tell me you don't love it. Of course you do. You wouldn't be human if you didn't. Dalton, I have a cousin in Memphis. Tells me you killed a man down there. Tells me you said it was self-defense at the trial. But you and I know that isn't so, don't we?
Make him very much the antagonist.
Yeah, so he tries to stir him up, but he doesn't get too crazy, right? So that's good.
Relax.
Relax.
Trying to push him over the edge.
If I owned a bar and wanted to clean it up,
How much would it take?
We went down again.
Shit. Okay. Fuck. Ah. Well, now we know for the future, I guess. Shit. Is there any way to get it back up?